I have a fantastic clip to play for you of President Joe Biden responding to Fox News reporter Peter Doocy, son of Steve Doocy. And of course, Doocy is asking Biden to address, again, the news that Donald Trump is now a convicted felon. And he poses the conspiracy theories to Biden of, are you the one doing all of this? Are you somehow controlling everything and causing Trump to really look like a guilty man, but really it's all just a witch hunt? And Biden nicely shuts down that idea, as you're about to watch. But I do want to let you know that we'll get, after this clip, to a different response from Biden when he gets asked a similar question. And either answer or Biden's official remarks whenever he says this is our justice system working and Trump is not above the law, all of the options MAGA gets upset about. It doesn't matter what Biden does. It was the worst thing he could have done. And that's what we'll watch play out here. But first, here's Peter Doocy.
Conviction helps Trump in the election. Are you worried that this could happen to you someday? Somebody comes up with some charges and tries to bring you into court after your term?
Not at all. I didn't do anything wrong. The system still works.
And when Trump says you're just trying to bruise him, what do you say? Politically, he thinks you're pulling the strings behind the scenes, doing all this to help yourself.
I didn't know it's that powerful.
Yeah, he didn't know he was that powerful. And we'll keep going through because, as I've said before, the arguments, the dishonest talking points are repetitive, so the fact-checking of them has to be repetitive. But separate from evidence, which really answers all of MAGA's questions, just look at the evidence. What actually is able to be demonstrated evidentially? And you can't demonstrate that Biden is coordinating all of this and is causing Trump to look like he violated the law and causing jurors to be compelled in a court of law by the facts that were presented and causing grand juries in these other cases to approve the indictments, and or Trump just actually violated the law here and allegedly violated the law in the other cases, and he's dealing with the repercussions. It's a simpler explanation, even if you exclude the lack of evidence behind the argument and the evidence in favor of the prosecutor's argument. Theoretically, it makes more sense to go with the one guy did some stuff rather than the dozens and dozens coordinated for some grand conspiracy theory. And I do like, as well at the end, they're just a little bit playful because he gave his official serious remarks. But now how is he supposed to deal with these questions? Just keep going, no, I'm not doing that. No, stop. No, I think being playful to underline the absurdity of such a question is the best response. But that's not always the way he responds. In this situation here that really sent MAGA into orbit with rage, you have him just turning, smiling, and walking away. And that was enough to confirm the conspiracy theories.
Mr. President, can you tell us, sir, Donald Trump refers to himself as a political prisoner and blames you directly. What's your response to that, sir?
I'm going to really quickly pause your viewing of this video to ask you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We have passed 500,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for that. If you're not yet a part of that group, now 503 or something, then you can do so by clicking that subscribe button. You don't want to have FOMO, do you? Join the club.
Do you think the conviction will have an impact on the campaign? We'd love to hear your thoughts, sir.
Should he be on the ballot, sir?
So he contemplated if he should answer, then walked away, and the little smile there caused MAGA to lose their ever-loving mind. And this is proof. He's given a little wink and a nod that this is exactly what he's doing, and blah, 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 blah. But that's not good with them at all. And then, like I said, him being very serious about it, formal about it, and saying, even though obviously his involvement has been zero, it is, and this is not him speaking verbatim, but the message of his remarks were that it is proof that our justice system is working here. The system played out. Trump had his day in court. He was judged in front of a jury of his peers, and they decided based on the facts, the evidence that was presented, that he was guilty on all 34 felony counts. And this is proof that no one is above the law. The system worked, and that is something to be proud of. But that also made MAGA very upset. So you can't win. Now, interestingly, another moment that made them upset was him putting on a helmet for some reason.
Now I would like to ask Coach Andrew.
And this is at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl celebration.
You read to join me on the podium. We have a little gift for the president.
Thank you. Put it on.
No, chill.
Then on the same Kansas City Chiefs event that Biden held, you also have this moment.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the White House. Super Bowl 58 champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The first team in 20 years to win back-to-back. Winning back-to-back. I kind of like that.
And then before I play a moment where President Biden interacts with Travis Kelce, the boyfriend of Taylor Swift, if that's how you know him, I do want to address, as I was watching these clips, I was thinking about the first one where Biden gets asked, are you worried that when you leave office because of this precedent being set, the genie's out of the bottle? As if it's breaking news that, yes, if you violate the law, at least you should, even as a former president, be prosecuted for it. But apparently, MAGA saying this is the genie being let out of the bottle, and now Biden will experience a similar thing. Biden's answer is correct, which is, no, I'm not worried because I didn't violate the law like my predecessor. But in a sense, Biden should be worried. Not that he's going to be prosecuted for justifiable reasons like Trump has been. But what we're hearing from Republicans is that now Biden should just be gone after no matter what. Not because there's evidence of a crime, but because he needs to be punished for Trump experiencing legal accountability. And that, I do think, is yet another frightening prospect when it comes to the idea of a second Trump term. And Trump has explicitly said he would go after his political opponents. He would weaponize his Department of Justice to target those that he feels wronged by. Retribution being the slogan, it seems, of Trump's current campaign. And so in that sense, I do think Biden should be frightened by what we're seeing in MAGA world. And on that, before getting back to the Travis Kelce clip, here's Stephen Miller, former Trump advisor on Fox News, reacting to the conviction.
You have to get in the game, Republicans. I want every Secretary of State. Are you purging your voting rolls of non-citizens right now? Is every Republican state AG opening investigations into voter fraud right now? Is every House committee controlled by Republicans using its subpoena power in every way it needs to right now? Is every Republican DA starting every investigation they need to right now? Is every donor off the sidelines and in the game, the big dollar guys, the rich guys, the wealthy guys? Every facet of Republican Party politics and power has to be used right now to go toe to toe with Marxism and beat these communists. That's the task.
So obviously the one crime that he referred to was voter fraud, but what he means, knowing Stephen Miller, is now, again, they keep saying we need to do to them what they're doing to us. And we perceive that as, oh yeah, you can do to us what was done to Trump, meaning the prosecutor should hold everyone accountable if they violate the law. But they mean no matter, they've said that Trump was baselessly gone after. It's a witch hunt. So saying we need to do that to other people is calling for witch hunts based on no evidence of criminality. And that's what they're saying needs to be done to Democrats. And it's definitely frightening, the rhetoric we're hearing. And, you know, I don't think a lot of these Republican leaders believe what they're saying. But just like what we saw with the election, what is really disturbing is voters will believe it. And they will believe now's the time to sort of, by whatever means necessary, punish those that you politically disagree with and destroy our justice system in that goal. And that is something that could actually accomplish what they're pretending like is happening now, right? It could actually destroy our justice system, cause these key institutions to crumble, and for America to not be America anymore. And that's what they're by saying that's what's currently happening, they're actually manifesting that, which is really hard to process. On a lighter note, here is Travis Kelce with President Biden.
I'd have Travis come up here, but God only knows what he'd say. Travis, come here. It's all yours, pal.
My fellow Americans, it's nice to see you all yet again. I'm not going to lie, President Biden, they told me if I came up here I'd get tased, so I'm going to go back to my spot, all right?
So there's that. And then back to the conviction. I do want to read this reporting from Axios for you. The Morning Consult poll conducted on Friday offers some of the first clues about how voters are reacting to the unprecedented situation. By the numbers, 54% of registered voters strongly or somewhat approve of the guilty verdict compared to 34% who strongly or somewhat disapprove. So a much larger group feeling like this is a fair result for Trump. And this is key. 49% of independents and 15% of Republicans said Trump should end his campaign. End it because of the conviction. And then it does find, as horrifying as this is, that the race, based on these polls, is effectively tied nationally in a one-on-one with Biden at 45% and Trump at 44%. So Biden leading, but within the margin of error. And again, I say, America, get your together. What are you doing? Why is this the situation? But I do think as this settles in, as you, myself, and many others use the phrase convicted felon Donald Trump as many times as we possibly can, we'll see more shifts in the polls. But even beyond that, not relying on this impact to have the correct result, which is just getting out there and working. And I've said it before, in my audience, if just my audience, each person got 2 people to understand the stakes and just walk through the facts of Biden's record, Trump's intentions, Biden's intentions, and do so in a pretty objective way, I think most people are good and most people would understand that they should go vote for Biden. But a lot of people don't get it. They really don't get what the stakes are. And then don't worry too much if you're choosing your 2 people wisely about going after MAGA folks hardcore. But there are a lot of people that I keep talking to who are not Trump supporters, but they're just not super motivated to vote. And if we can reach those people, makes all the difference. And that's what our goal has to be between now and November. But good signs in this initial poll. And that's good to see. Let me know what you thought of all that in the comments.